I'm a vampire, and my life lives in the darkness, and all these zombies that I just see live out all of their days just obnoxious and oblivion to everything around them. They don't see the beauty of life, but I do, because I'm a vampire, and I've lived for hundreds of years. Only Lovers Left Alive, released in 2013, and is directed by Jim Jarmusch, who's also directed such films like Stranger Than Paradise, Down by Law, Mystery Train, and Broken Flowers. And this film is starring Tilda Swinton, Tom Hiddleston, Mia Masikowska, Anton Yelchin, Jeffrey Wright, and John Hurt. And the reason why we're talking about Only Lovers Left Alive today is because it was a PayPal recommendation and donation from two of my OG contributors and supporters of this channel, Rusted Beetle. Thank you very much for your contribution and your recommendation. If any of you out there also want to help support me and help contribute to this channel, you can click on the PayPal link that is in the comments of this video, and with your donation you can give me a movie recommendation. If you do that, I'll give you a little shout out, just like what I did with the Rusted Beetles here. Thank you so much again. You guys have been on a vampire kick recently. I reviewed your other recommendation last week of The Hunger. This one, kind of on the same level for me. It's a little bit more charming than that one, but really I'm just struggling, like, what was this for? What were we planning here? What were we striving for in this movie? Like, what was the point? Because I could not tell you. Adam and Eve are two vampire lovers who have been married for several centuries. And as Adam is showing a bunch of depressive tendencies, his wife Eve decides to join him here in America, specifically Detroit, Michigan. And here we see them drink blood a lot, go for late night drives in downtown Detroit, and talk about music and art and engineering. And really, they just continue on their days as vampires. Something happens in here that I'm not going to spoil it for those of you that haven't seen it, but something happens that does force them to kind of up and move and go to a place that they're not too familiar with, or that they're a little estranged about. But really, that's the main gist of this. We have two vampires who've lived for many, many years, and they continue living. As this movie went on, I was getting the sense that, okay, this is one of those artsy pictures. This is one of those independent pictures where we're going to do a lot of establishing shots, or just long, lingering shots on our performers performing their roles, and we're not really building towards any conflict or building towards any resolution that these characters are going to make. Really, nothing happens in this movie. Nothing. I kept expecting something to reveal itself that was going to be like, okay, this is the main plot of this film, this is the main conflict that we're going to try and resolve by the end of this movie, but that never happened. There was a little obstacle that they overcame quite easily, and then they kept on living. And that's the beauty of life. That's exactly what it is. That's what these artsy independent films do. They just show you the truth of life, you know? Yes, I do know. That's why I go to the movies, so I can escape from that reality, or I can go in search of a lesson or a moral teaching or something. I don't go to the movies just for another slice of life. Ah! The positives, though, is definitely the chemistry between Tom Hiddleston and Tilda Swinton. They have chemistry. It definitely works. Tilda Swinton is such a unique actor. She's always 100% dialed in, regardless of how serious or how corny the role is, just throughout her entire career. Look at her filmography and you'll go like, wow, you did this, but then you also did that? What the hell's going on here? But she's great in everything. And Tom Hiddleston reveals that he is quite the frickin' musician in this movie. Apparently he plays guitar, he plays lute, and he learned frickin' violin for this damn thing. There's a moment in here when he takes out his violin and he's going through like scales and getting like really, really high. And my wife, who's a professional musician, was watching him and she goes, I think he actually played that. It wasn't just like doing this shit. No, it actually looked like he was doing the correct fingerings and everything. So Tom Hiddleston is just a jack of all trades, which makes him so more goddamn charming. fuck. So we have great actors performing in these roles. I think the roles are intriguing, the characters are intriguing, but the plot that they're in, there is none. They're just living. And it's just boring. And I don't want it to sound like I need action or I need movement in my films. I just need to have a sense of where we're going. I need to have a sense of an issue that someone is trying to overcome or a problem that they're trying to face and resolve. Like at first, I thought we were going to be dealing with depression. We were going to be dealing with Adam's desire to want to kill himself. That's why he went and had one of his little lackeys make him a dense wooden bullet so that he eventually could kill himself. And I was thinking, oh, we're going to build up to maybe he's going to kill himself or maybe kill his wife and him at the same time. And that'd be a beautiful ending to their very, very, very long life. But the bullet was made, it was put into the gun, and then Eve finds it and was like, hey, what's this? And Adam's like, I'm just angry and depressed, and I hate all of the people in the world. And then nothing. They took the concept of Chekhov's gun and just threw it out the window. For those of you that don't know, Chekhov's gun is a little rule in screenwriting or in playwriting where if you reveal a weapon, if you reveal something early on, we need to see that gun or that weapon be used and be fired at one point in the show. So for this script to show me this gun multiple times, show me this gun, and to show me this one little tiny bullet that was never frickin' fired, it's like a major blue-balled here. Only Lovers Left Alive. It's an artsy film. It's a stylized film. You get to see Tom Hiddleston and Tilda Swinton all paley and naked and loving on each other, so if you dig that, you'll love this movie. But if you love plot, if you love to see characters grow and overcome an obstacle to achieve something or to learn something, you ain't gonna get that in this movie. I'm gonna give Only Lovers Left Alive 2 out of 5 Blu-rays. So guys, if you've seen Only Lovers Left Alive, what did you think about it? Or if you've never seen it before and you stumbled across because of this video, then comment below, let me know what you thought about it. And as always, if you like what you see here, if you like my take on movies, then hit the subscribe button and make sure you hit that bell so you'll know the next time I'm releasing my next movie review. So guys, I will see you next time on the channel, but in the meantime, be well, be good to each other, and go watch a movie. Take care, guys.